Hey everyone, Dudley here, back for part 15 of our Final Fantasy 16 playthrough. In the last part, a lot of stuff happened. So we reached the Mother Crystal of Sambrek with Sid and Jill, and Sid transformed to Ramu and destroyed it, but apparently it caused like a rift to appear where Typhon crawled out of, but Sid managed to drive it back using judgment bolts, and Clive kind of collapsed because he was having another mental episode where he fought Typhon inside of his head and defeated him, but that didn't really stop whoever is in control of the icons and everything going on from coming back into the world. So Clive, Jill, and Sid kind of got taken down, but Joshua came in to save the day. But in the fight, Sid took a mortal blow, and he's no longer with us. And then the game kind of jumped again 5 years later. Clive took up Sid's name and is now leading the group that Sid was the leader of. So we just reached the new location of the Hideaway, and yeah. Guess we're just gonna take a look around and see what's up. The main reason, the reason also why we had to move the Hideaway is because when Clive and Jill were heading back from Eastpool, there was like this guy who was following them under Kupka, the Titan Dominance orders, and I guess they did find the Hideaway, so Titan...
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosnus. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Titan and some of his followers, some of the Dalmalkian army, came and destroyed the Hideaway. So, we have now moved to this new location. And this thing straight up looks like an airship. This has got to be like a fallen airship of some kind.
Clive, is everything all right?
All right. Yeah, let's just talk to Otto first before we do any upgrades.
There you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Oh, who's that?
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Okay, I'm glad that they just said it's an airship.
I learned something new. You'll be the first to know. Now off you go.
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Finished? I ain't started.
Wonder what he's got for us.
I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Yes, thank you. That's what I've been wondering.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
Okay.
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return his volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Alright. I have a feeling this main quest is just like getting us acquainted with where everyone is in this new location. So just go around. Hello, Spoony Bard.
As hither yon dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier. Of Sid's return the faithful sing across.
Alright. Ooh, he's got a nice upgrade. Mithril, a mineral most mighty. Mithril is a material of both passing hardness and luster, and it is these two qualities for which it is valued by the weapon and armorsmiths of the realm. However, there is a third quality of mithril that sets it apart from steel or shell. Its durance. Okay. While even the finest steel may be melted by dragon's fire, become brittle in frigid climes, or turn to rust if not regularly and rightly oiled, mithril is once made, eternally unchanging. In this volume, I'll explain how one might go about making, shaping, and employing mithril in one's work.
Old Tome said the Hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
Ooh, that's a good name for an airship. It's a good callback name. Sins of the Zemeckis, Illustrated History of the Twins, Tales of the Founder, Mort d'Olivier. Simon's Treasury of Knowledge, Volume 11th, Treasury of Beasts. Ye seas which gird about ye land of Valistea on all sides doth churn most frothily, yet diverse and deadly creatures. Among these are beasts more prodigious in size than entire islands, yet customarily as placid as ye very doldrums. Yet lo, when they do awaken, towering waves are driven forth, like in proportion to great mountains. Yet ye people of ye outer seas in which these creatures dwell doth live in great terror of ye writhing isles, as certain chroniclers make record of their being known. Okay.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
On Gods and Men. Heavy leather-bound tome containing the findings of one Anaximander of Canver, a renowned theologian who spent most of his life chronicling Valistea's diverse religious history.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
There's one right there in the hideaway. What do you mean?
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Oh?
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a stolus. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Knuckle pies?
Alright, I guess we'll take a look around. That's the training room store.
Is it business or pleasure? We won't hear me complaining.
It's even roomier than the old one was. Got my own stores, so my own little counter. Thanks to you lot fighting the good fight, plenty of demand for me wares.
Drawback.
Is the constant bloody racket. If it's not Doris and Otto barking orders, it's Blackthorn and Bardolph banging away day and night.
Still.
If a pain in the ear holds the price I have to pay to be Sid the Outlaw's partner in crime, I'd say I've got myself a bargain. Thanks. Has it really been 5 years since we left the old place? How time flies.
Like it was yesterday.
We were all waiting to treat Sid to a hero's welcome when Kupka's lot turned up. Not that we knew it was them. They just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere there was, and a voice crying out for Sid to save us all, or save us in the midst of it all. I'll never forget those cries, try as I might.
You're our leader now, Clive.
Promise me you won't let anything like that happen again. Promise me that comes what may, Sid will save us. Is it just me, or did she always have heterochromia? Or is one eye just, you know, like fake? I never noticed that.
Going purse weighing you down.
Okay, nothing new here. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. Oh, so she did get this. Okay. Ooh. Increased skill earned. Experience and ability points. I might actually buy some of these. Limit break generation amount by 6%. Cobalt is the color of the blade that feeds my pain. What? Crimson is the color of the blood that feeds my rage. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains charge until cast. Ooh. Maintaining an ethereal charge can prove as deadly to a bearer as unleashing the magic itself. These earrings are believed to assist in the channeling of ether by reducing the amount drawn from the body and augmenting it with ambient ether from the environment. Interesting. It's a pretty interesting accessory. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I might get this one.
Come again. Oh, don't.
Hey, Goots.
You're back. You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you? We've a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Oh, perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
Also, I imagine Clive was talking about Typhon and yeah, Typhon. Oh, off limits. Okay, with tomes back there.
Look, Sid. Squeaks wants to meet you. I can keep him, can't I? Can't I?
Amateur Twitcher. All right, bud.
This one will have to be.
Clive. Things here ain't too bad.
Got a decent hammer, a decent anvil, and an apprentice that knows his hammer from his cock. And oh, and the furnace is alright and all, thanks to old Sid's bellows. The gods only know how I'd keep the coal hot enough out here on the mirror without them. Not with bloody crystals, that's for sure. Reckon you won't find a forge like this one anywhere else in the Twins, and I count myself lucky to work it. Thanks for keeping me on. You need anything, you give us a shout.
You've forgotten already? Because I haven't.
It's a right pain in the arse getting this place into shape, especially with the mess we're in. Not that it was anything new for those of us who put the old Hideaway together.
Real.
Don't mean I intend on doing it again. We'll try to keep it that way, man.
Not saying Fordian, do you?
Okay, 11 bolts. From heaven on high, far did his bolt fall for to deliver justice.
No scratches, alright?
Can't reinforce anything.
Anything
Alright.
else?
Let's take a look at this sword. Looks good.
Have you been to the toll?
Alright. Got our letter there.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
Thanks, Jill. What is this? The Oath. Oh. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Sid, this crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. Yeah. Good on Gav for taking that, deeming it important enough. Ooh. Ooh. Money. What do you got? The reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the Hideaway. The Republic's play. Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Must be something big is brewing. I reckon I'll see her done to wear upon my return.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the Hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
Okay, so Clive does remember seeing Joshua. That's... oh man.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
Oh boy. Oh, he changed his getup. I suppose it has been 5 years.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Man. Really has taken over a lot, hasn't it?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Well, that's not good. Okay. The Gathering Storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Something has happened to Martha. We need to speak with Otto.
I'd say. You know, I haven't really found much to spend my gil on, so...
I don't know. Perhaps I should just...
And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Let's just buy this APA accessory.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Wonder what happened to Martha. Let's see.
And how may I assist you today? One would think.
My role was abundantly clear by now. Offer you and yours the guiding light of knowledge, that of matters military and political, both past and present, that it might illuminate your way ahead. For it is only by understanding what has come before that one might steer one's way toward a brighter future. Your role, meanwhile, is to ensure that I remain furnished with as much information on the state of the realm as your people can muster, in order that I might continue to appraise the dispositions of the great nations and those who rule them. And of course, pay attention during my lectures. It would not do to appoint the storied Ninetales as your tutor, only to disregard her expert advice. Alright, calm down.
I admit.
When I took up my professor's bonnet and began teaching at the University of Canver, I did not think for a moment that I would one day count Sid the Outlaw among my pupils. But nor did I imagine that my fellow educators would have designs on my life. And we both know how that ended. Has it been a year already? Oh wow. Such is the peril of an overly inquisitive mind, I suppose. One is wont to uncover that which others would go to great lengths to ensure remained hidden. Were it not for you and our mutual friend having come to the rescue, my curiosity would likely have proved fatal. But instead, I was not only saved, but granted a new lease on life. As personal tutor to a band of outlaws, no less.
A far more reputable fellowship
than anything in the academic world, I assure you. A mutual friend, huh?
My beloved homeland.
The crossroads of Valisthea, where one only has to stroll the streets to hear news from every far-flung corner of the realm. Its mother crystal yields more shards than any other, and its lands even now remain untouched by the blight. It is a blessed country indeed.
Or at least it was.
Until Sanbreque elected to invade and establish a new holy capital upon Twinside's heretofore neutral shores. Pains me to see the land I loved so changed, and even more to know that I did not predict it. I knew that Emperor Sylvester had designs on the Dominion, but to abandon Oriflamme, the seat of the Holy Empire since its inception, seemed too audacious a move even for him. Huh.
Allow me to educate you.
Okay, by speaking with Vivian in the Hideaway's map room, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current goings-on in Valisthea, revisit any of the Ninetales' past lessons, or take a deeper look at the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbit.
Of course.
Here you can view detailed visualizations of character relationships in 16 that update as you progress through the main scenario. Use L1 and R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventures. Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Oh, this is neat. Otherworldly being that Clive encountered in the inner sanctum of Drake's Head addressed Clive as Mythos before attempting to merge their consciousnesses. Clive was able to summon the will to resist the creature before Joshua returned from the dead to imprison it in a cage of flame that he sealed away into his heart. Yeah, Joshua is pretty cool. Right, don't know much about him. Situation map.
One must understand one's place in the world.
View detailed overview of current and past events related to Clive's story that updates as you progress through the main scenario. Use L1 and R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventure. Ah. Oh, and you have the cute little sprite versions of them. Nice. This is a nice little recap situation that they have.
Thus ends today's lesson.
I don't think it's quite necessary because it's... I don't find it's not a hard to follow story, but it's nice for those who need it.
Escape from the slave markets. How'd you manage that?
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Alright, lady. Whatever you say. Hopeless romantic indeed. What do we got here? Books of Sums. Old farmer Otto keeps both chocobos and antelopes. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in his own barn to rest. However, Otto woke the next morning to discover that a leg eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. Oh my goodness.
Shirley says I can't go and play until I finish my sums.
Sid, we were just about to start our next lesson. You're welcome to join us, but be warned, I tolerate absolutely no tomfoolery.
I just read a math problem. You can't be serious.
Good day to you.
Is there anything up here?
Can't catch a wink with all the clamour in the hall. The atrium's quiet this time of day.
Really? Well, this is a nice view.
The lawsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
Go on. What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
Alright.
Sid, what's the special occasion?
Ladies. Oh. This is a nice place. Ah, right. This way. What do we have over here? Oh, wow. Suppose that botanist is good for something.
Much was lost when the first hideaway fell. Colleagues and friends. Years of hard work. But we did not let that loss defeat us. And our work will not be in vain. No. The spirits of our fallen comrades live on in every leaf and limb you see here.
Foundations of Valistean botany, orbital tendrils. After excising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to the touch. Grind in mortar and add to warm coral milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and moon sickness. Caution recommended when harvesting, as the host may grow disquieted. Maybe. Experimental record. Bohumil, head botanist, mixed equal parts first-rate vineyard humus from Goltan's bales with Deadland soil. Humus? Not humus, humus. Of the 6 cuttings planted therein, 2 survived to flower, only to wither and die with within a senite. Even amalgamated with the finest imperial loam, the blighted earth is still affecting a nutritional deficiency. It might be remedied with some further source of nourishment, saltpeter or potash, or the dung of a racing chocobo. This shall be the subject of my next round of experiments. So I guess that guy isn't the head botanist anymore. Suppose he didn't survive the attack on the hideaway.
It's not the
won't be long now, my child. This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Who? 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 Mid? That's certainly a name.
This plank will have to be replaced.
Alright, I think that's everything. So let's actually go talk to Otto. This is much bigger than the old Hideaway. For sure.
If you need volunteers, just say the word. And Aban, when it comes...
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
All right. New quest is nearby, huh?
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
I suppose the little tidbit of information we got from the I forgot what it was called, but the little circle thing at Vivian, the little tidbit of information we got on Ultima there was all we have on it.
How good it is to see you, Clive. Look around you.
While it's a far cry from the Imperial Library in Oriflamme, 5 short years, we've amassed more volumes than most men or women might hope to see in their lifetime. No longer are their tales they contain hidden away from all but the privileged. We have liberated them, and that they may fill the minds of all who hungered for knowledge. There is much more out there, and as long as I draw breath, I shall continue to gather what I can. One day, a chronicle of your own adventures might even grace these shelves, or failing that, the floor. Thanks.
It has been difficult, certainly.
When Titan visited his wrath upon us that dreadful night, we lost so much. He robbed us not only of our home and our loved ones, but of that which Sid fought the fiercest to preserve, our hope. Hope that we might never have found again had you not taken his name and become our light in the darkness.
Had you not let us hear?
To Benimir and the Invincible, where amongst the ghosts of the fallen, our journey can continue. Here in the belly of a Leviathan, untouched by the passing of 1,000 years, does our hope burn brighter than ever, and here may it burn for 1,000 more.
I still remember.
The day I first met Tet and Crow, chasing their father about the hideaway one moment, clinging to their mother's kirtle the next. The twins' love for their parents was something to behold, so fierce and pure. When they passed, I feared the void they left in the children's life could never be filled. Neither spoke nor smiled for years. hiding themselves away here in the shelves to bury their sorrows in the leaves of these tomes.
And thank goodness they did.
For I believe the stories proved a welcome distraction as over time their pain faded, and now they laugh and frolic as they once did, if not with more vigor. They remind us that no matter how deep our wounds, we all have the capacity to heal, and that happiness lost may be found again. That's a nice little tidbit.
I believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Oh man, he's gonna level up a lot, isn't he?
Now this, I believe you will find most interesting.
Never mind. The founder? Alright, I'm gonna have to read that on my own.
You wish to study the tomes?
Yeah. Got anything on Ultima? Okay. Yeah, that is what we saw. Never mind.
Welcome, Clive.
Alright, I guess we're gonna see what's up at Martha's Rest. Okay.
Welcome back, Sid.
What you got, Boatman?
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right? Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses. The lake water doesn't agree with it, then? That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him. Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost. Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over. Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest, that's for certain.
Alright. What's that thing next to the gill? Curltail Falls. Where's that? Okay. We can do this. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Is it just me? Oh, Jill and Torgal. Excellent.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
Oh. Pitcher wax. Sticky substance found in the pitcher of a carnivorous plant which thrives in the Rosarian lowlands.
I can't imagine herbalists needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Alright, that was simple enough. Actually, now that... Man, I just realized we have so many ability points. Let's grab this. And... Is there anything I want to master? Increases range of lightning when striking. Increases number of lightning strikes. Increases hit and ability radius. Ooh. Kind of want to try this out. Create a lightning ball that, upon being struck, chains lightning to other nearby enemies. Interesting. Oh, you can move it around too. Cool. Maybe I'll upgrade this. Let's equip a lightning ball. Lightning rod, I suppose. Pile drive. Alright. Where are you at, boatman? I just saw the name of the side quest. Oh my goodness, really? Cock and ball, okay. Sure. Sure.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Nice. Got a level up out of it. Badge of Might +1. Oh. Wonder if... Wonder if that's worth it, actually. I think I'd rather keep the percentage damage on me. Let's head over to Martha's Rest.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Yeah, things look pretty dire.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
How do?
Stone skin cuffs. Increase stone skin's tonic duration by 30 seconds. Huh. Shield on my left arm, sword brother at my right, courage of my mother to see me through the fight. Let's re-up on that.
Much obliged.
Oh man, elixirs cost 10,000. Jeez. Affluent nobles obsessed with finding the secret to eternal life have created an unprecedented demand for this quality herbal concoction, heretofore rarely used outside of battle. As such, its asking price has bloated to so great an extent that few soldiers can actually afford it. Yeah, 10k, jeez.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all her efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will.
Oh boy.
But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Yeah. Probably has something to do with Annabelle. Annabelle? Clive's mom.
If those horses touch
Look. Up ahead.
Oh, Martha.
Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
The Black Shields.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
One order of shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Not for Clive's mom, though. So how does this work? Okay. Weird. It auto targets the lightning ball. Right. Well, before we get into here, I think we'll stop it.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
All right. Well, yeah, I think that'll do for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Explored the hideaway, the new hideaway. I wanted to see everything there was there. So, yeah. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.